On fucking Mars. If the sky's your limit, then you'll never go far.
Alright, what's up guys, Poison here, and today I'm starting off the new series in like a long lines of series in which I give my opinions on certain things. I have other plans in Killing Floor 2, once again Payday 2 because it's starting it off, Rainbow Six Siege, and Overwatch. So I don't know what the series is going to be. Honestly, like I said, these aren't really reviews. These are more of my opinions on how I feel about certain aspects of games, certain characters, and certain perks and stuff. So today we're taking a look at the Crew Chief perk deck. Now, I'm going to go through, show you these perks, tell you about them, and then we'll get into a game in which I'll tell you more about them. So starting off with your first perk, you have Brute Strength. You grant 8% damage reduction for players in your group. This bonus is doubled, my bad. This bonus is doubled for you when you are under 50% health. Marathon Man. I'm sorry guys, I'm just coming off of recording another video. You and your crew's stamina is increased by 50%. Increases your shout distance by 25%. Note, crew perks do not stack. So that means, like, let's say you have Crew Chief and someone has armor or whatever. The decks aren't going to stack. Next perk, and as you see, I'm skipping certain perks because, like, perks 2, 4, 6, and 8 are all the same throughout every class, so I just ignore them all. They're not really necessary to have. Up next in Crew Chief, we have Wolfpack. Your crew will gain 10% more health. You will gain 20% more health. On to Testudo, you gain 10% more armor, and your crew gains an additional 5% more armor. And lastly, Hostage Situation. You and your crew will gain 2% max health and 4% stamina for each hostage up to 10 times. You and your crew will gain 8% damage reduction for having one or more hostages. And then, if you complete this all, deck completion bonus, your chance of getting a higher quality item during a payday is increased by 10%. So, as for setup, I had to rock a certain setup. Basically, bring any gun you want, anything you're good with. Melee doesn't matter, and durable doesn't matter. But I heavily saw this as more of you need armor for this perk deck, because what you're basically doing is you're getting armor. You see damage reduction, that's stamina, more health, 10% more armor, and then I just saw this as you don't have any health regeneration as you do with other perks. So that's why I decided to bring actually a normal ballistic vest, not a heavy. I still want to be able to run around. But I'm going to load up a mission and just show you, and I'm going to talk some more about this. Alright guys, so we're playing Jewelry Store. So before we get back into the video, I disconnected the mic. One thing I forgot to mention, we're just purchasing Expert Driver. I don't want to have to do a getaway. I prefer that with this thing with this perk deck, the Crew Chief, to just bring First Aid Kit. It's just helpful. The normal med kit is kind of overkill, especially because if you don't go down, you're fine. If you drop your health and you run away, you could easily just get your full health back. I'm saying the one thing about this perk deck is you don't get any health regen. At the end, I'm just gonna talk off some notes I wrote while playing. So one major thing about this is I'm used to running grinder, which means I have health regeneration. Not with this. So we're gonna tie up all the hostages we can, because we get bonuses if we tie up hostages. I use this perk deck in the Prison Nightmare heist and a few other ones where there's not many people to tie up, so it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of like, a waste. But now that we have people to tie, we're gonna tie them up. Might as well take advantage of it and try to use our perk deck to its full advantage. Now, like I said, yeah, there's no health regeneration, so you have to be very careful with how you play. You can't just rush around all willy-nilly. Even though I love rushing around and knowing that, hey, I could just hit someone and get health, that's not how this perk deck works. So I really thought I hit that last mirror. We're just trying to go for as much money as possible. We're just doing this really quick. Hopefully no one comes home while we're doing this, but if we do, whatever, or someone does, whatever, we'll continue recording. But the Crew Chief, I didn't enjoy this perk deck. Like I'm saying, I'm a solo player. This is good. Like I'm a solo player who runs grinder, who doesn't use any armor. I prefer having speed so I could get away, so I could go heal up and whatever. This was more of like, hey, you have to. This is more of a crew thing. It's even in the name, Crew Chief. You're the chief. You're in charge of keeping your crew alive. That's just how I saw this. That's just how it works. Now, it can be used in single player, as I'm kind of showing you now. The main thing is you don't want to be you just don't want to take any damage because, you know, as soon as damage is inflicted on you, you're never getting your health back. So as soon as my armor drops, I'm just going to hang out right here. Let it drop, let it come back, and we'll get back into the fight. There is no part of the perk deck that gives you armor or health back for killing anyone, so you're kind of just here trying to survive as long as possible. Now, I'm going to ask it in this video again, too, because I last asked on Thursday. If you guys enjoy my Payday 2 videos, I want to know if you guys would be interested in me doing updated reviews on all the weapons that I've already done. I've reviewed every gun that's come out recently, except now there's new weapon mods that changed the way guns are. If I recall, when I first reviewed this SMG, I didn't like it. It wasn't good. It wasn't enjoyable. There was a better SMG. But now with the introduction of the speed magazine, it has a place in a lot of loadouts, especially for me running around, rushing with grinder. Has decent ammo, decent accuracy, amazing reload, all around good gun. But the crew chief, I have stuff written off to the side, which we're going to go talk about right now as we wait. So, the crew chief is made for people who run armor and in a crew. For solo players, as myself, it's not needed. The only good side, and I said this already, the only good side to the perk deck was the plus 50 stamina, which really helped because you need armor. Honestly, to run this perk deck, you need armor. So, with that 50% stamina, you could run away and let your armor regen, do whatever you need. You know, I would like if there was some aspect that gave you back health, but there isn't. Not for this perk deck, which is kind of a downfall in a lot of people's opinions, myself included. I'm saying, if you run armor, then, you know, maybe this could be a good one, but I know there are definitely better perk decks for armor users. I think Armorer was one too. But I didn't see much of a use in this. Once again, especially as a solo player, I don't really think it's necessary, for me at least. If you do use crew chief, please let me know how you use it. Do you use it solo or do you run a crew? What do you run? One major part I want to get through is I am playing this on hard. I didn't like this perk deck on very hard. It made it extremely hard to use. Pretty funny because I said hard 3 times in a row, but it was a challenge using this on very hard, especially in like Prison Nightmare where you have no one to tie down. Which was the first heist I used this on. It was Prison Nightmare, and I'm just saying, you have no one to tie down, so you're not using the perk deck to its full usage. Heists like this where you can actually, you know, have hostages, it has a good place, just not something that I still would use. Not really much to say. I want to finish off my little things I wrote down, but as of the current moment, I'm just trying to get away with this heist. Honestly though, like I said, these are just my opinions. I wasn't a fan of this perk deck. You probably know how to use it better, and if you do, once again, please comment down below. Let me know how you use it, what you run, what's your setup. I just decided one setup for this whole series, and it's been working pretty good so far. I've been playing with, well, so far I have 2 perk decks done. I need to play around with the other, what is it, 8? But let's finish up our little speech here while we can. So, have my phone off to the side right here now. There is a lot of damage reduction which does help keep you alive, and I would highly recommend a ballistic vest, and that's a normal one, not the heavy ballistic one at first, but a normal ballistic vest and first aid kits, because like I said, a normal medic kit is gonna give you your 3 lives back, which is a little overkill. Just a normal first aid kit will heal you fully. It's not going to give you your revives back or your downs, but the key is that 50% stamina. I would use that if, you know, as soon as you get below 50% health, do not take it past 25% health, but as soon as you reach 50, maybe go run away, heal up, and come back into the battle. Like I said, unless to use the perk deck to its fullest, you have to have hostages so you can use all aspects of the perk deck. I'm not someone who ties down hostages. I never really use that. I'm just someone who's like, hey, you know what? I have grinder. I shoot a guy. I get health. Easy enough. It makes the game easier, especially when you solo grind like me. Now, to end it off, would I recommend this perk deck? For solo players such as myself, no, this perk deck is not necessary. If you run a crew, absolutely, because once again, it's a crew chief. You are in charge of your crew members. But solo players, I would highly skip this. I wrote down some stupid thing to end this, and I like really... The way I wrote this down was like in the moment, I was taking notes while playing with it. And then I look at my notes, and I'm like, that's really stupid. Why did I write that down? Honestly, it's just for crew people. This is just going to help out crew members. It's not a selfish perk deck. You see, you and your crew... is this one? You gain 10 armor and your crew gains 5. You and your crew. Like, this is just to help your crew out. This would be like the one that, if you're running a group, this is what you use. You know, maybe, unless you want to be selfish and everyone else wants to be selfish and everyone just brings grinder and, you know, health for days, no one dies. But if you want to be helpful to your teammates, especially if your teammates run armor, then this would be a great little perk deck to have. Like I'm saying, solo players, just skip it, go on to something else. So, guys, if you liked the video, please leave a like. Once again, if you guys use this perk deck or you've used it before, let me know what your experiences are with it. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you run it because, you know, with my contractor and SMG, I felt I did good, but I felt there's probably a better loadout. Like I'm saying, you're going to want to run armor for this. You're not going to want to be just... You're not going to want to have a two-piece suit like you would a grinder. So, guys... Next Saturday, there won't be a Payday 2 video. I don't think there's going to be a video next Saturday as far as I could tell. But in 2 weeks, I will have another one of these videos in which we take a look at the muscle perk deck. So until then, have an awesome day. Thank you for watching. Bye.